Guys, this video right here is not meant to motivate you. You've got a soft body and a weak mind. And you said you were going to be sharper. You said you were going to become more confident. You said you were going to build that unfuck-withable mindset. But the weeks, the months, they're passing like sand running through your fingers, and you're questioning yourself every single day because you're now becoming the man you said you never wanted to be. Every single morning you're waking up, getting out of bed, low energy, low mood, snoozing that alarm and escaping from what is to come. You're rolling up to work, putting in time for someone else to build their business when you know you hate what you're doing day to day. You say you're going to start training this coming Monday, but Monday never comes, brother. You feel inadequate with your health, yourself. You come home angry every single night. You bicker with your partner. You throw in a ready meal just because it's frictionless, it's easy. You sit on the couch, you smash down the curry, and you sit there thinking, what the fuck has happened? Spending 2, 3, 4 hours watching a random Netflix show or series, texting your little bum chums about what we're doing this weekend, only to roll into bed when your missus turns the lights off and rolls over, and you're sitting there doom scrolling on your phone, going on Instagram and TikTok videos, looking for Bonnie Blue highlights. Guys, the thing is, all of those things in which I've just touched on, they're all vices. They're all the exact things that are keeping you stuck, uncomfortable, weak, lethargic, not making the money you want to earn, not building a body that you want to have, not eating the foods in which you know deep down in which you need to be aligned with. And there's only so long you can pull that game off for. You're not 16 anymore. You can't get away with that. You should be on your fucking purpose. You should be on your grind so fucking hard right now. You don't even understand. Between the ages of 20 to 35, you should be dropping the hammer only on personal development. Building the very best version of you, mastering the man, building the very best, highest, most elite version of yourself, the most competent, most convicted version of you. So you have the self-worth installed through the self-work, and that will lead you into avenues in areas of your life in which you did not know even existed. It could have only existed in your wildest dreams, but see, when you stack enough self-worth, you do not falter, you do not frail, you do not shake when uncomfortable things happen in life, because guys, you can't have heaven without hell. You need to put yourself through so much, call it unnecessary suffering, voluntary suffering, if you will, to actually expose yourself to enough pain and challenge to break mediocrity, to become undeniable and show yourself you are far more than you thought through just doing the hard shit every single day. Because if you want to have the good life, the money, the respect of the chicks, to have the status and respect in any room in which you walk into, any item of clothing that you put on just hugs like a glove, it looks incredible. You could wear a classic Zara black t-shirt and look 10 times better than someone wearing a £10,000 Louis Vuitton t-shirt, if that's even how much they cost. But guys, the thing is, if you want to take it to the top, if you want to be the most elite version of yourself, it's not going to come through having all these negative vices, all these anchors weighing you down, holding you fixed on the runway when you're a plane trying to take off. If you want to reach orbit, if you want to get to where you want to be, if you want to reach the sun, guys, and you obviously know the analogy I'm speaking about here, you've got heaven, you've got hell, you've got sun, you've got rain. Right now, you're living in the rain, you're living in the clouds, you're living in the darkest place, and you're allowing that to happen, you're letting that happen, you're literally creating your life around that happening being the only circumstance. But if you want to have the outcome, you have to go through the dog work here. You have to be willing to sacrifice the bullshit, chumming around with your little bum boys driving to McDonald's on a night time. You have to wake up earlier and smash that gym session before your busy ass days take you away from your purpose. You have to show up to work like someone worth being there, not just a job's worth, pencil pushing, clocking in, clocking out, ticking a box. You're so much better than that. You're so much more than you currently believe to be true. But you've not shown yourself in years, guys, months, that you can be any better than that. You've not shown yourself that you can be someone of value. You've not shown yourself that you can show up and do what it is. And do what is required. The simple thing in life, guys, is sophistication is the ultimate simplicity and vice versa. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simple scales, fancy feels. The more complicated that you try and make your life, what do I need to optimize, what do I need to tweak and change, what to do with the gym, do this. Guys, know your fucking macros, wake up early, have a wake and sleep schedule that aligns with your mission and purpose, with the time that you need back in your day so you can show up and get the job done. AM assumptions, PM reflections, to align your mind and body for the day and to relax and unwind for the end of the night, to reflect upon what went well, what needs to improve. When your macros, your mindset and your training's all dialed in, guys, what's next? You have to expose yourself to more personal development. You have to seek mentors, you have to seek coaches. Pretty much every single client in my programs I should say, VIP for fitness, mindset lifestyle, CEO for business, personal brand, they're all in a fine spot to put in quote marks, but they know they're missing the mark. They've not done as much work in themselves as they seem to believe, because if they had, they'd be further ahead than me. They wouldn't be seeking my counsel, they wouldn't be seeking my advice. So if you're sitting there watching this right now and you think, I'm not where I want to be in life, I'm not doing what I need to do in life, I feel stuck, scratching my head thinking I could have so much more potential, but you don't know how to unpack that. And it's because your time, your energy and your money is going into all of the wrong things, my brother. You're spreading yourself way too thin, from pillar to post, thinking maybe one day if I just keep showing up and doing this it will change. But guys, you've been saying the same bullshit story to yourself for the last 5 years and you're still stuck in the same job, stuck in the same relationship, stuck in the same town, stuck with the same friend group that are holding you back, stuck making the same money, stuck in the same body. Makes me scratch my head sometimes. I'm sure it makes you scratch your head sometimes when you're sitting there and you have those little mini epiphanies, when you have way too much food and you feel, oh fuck, I shouldn't have had that, and you feel the guilt and the shame kick in. There's only so long you can live this way, guys. There's only so long you can tell yourself these stories, because before you know it, something will have to change. And it's about alignment. It is all about alignment. It's about you aligning with the highest version level of yourself, and you might not even know what that looks like. This is where I'm going to introduce you to inversion thinking. I want you to write down a list of the top 10 things you could do to completely destroy your life. Write them all down. Write them all down, okay? Do the exact opposite of that for the next 90 days. You know what? Not even 90 days, 30 days. Do the exact opposite of all these soul destroying, habit destroying, mindset destroying habits. Do the exact opposite. Replace the negative with the positive, because you can't just replace them, you can't just stop them, because there's going to be too much white space. As a man, you need to stay busy, you need to be in flow state, you need to go task to task. Without that, you're just going to be scratching your head thinking, okay, back to vice, back to escapism, back to dopamine. You need to replace them with high leverage habits, the things that improve you, that make you better. Because without that, shit cycle repeats itself. Once you know the exact habits you now need to do based upon the inversion thinking, align with that. Focus more on being the man rather than becoming him. Because when you can just be the guy already, the guy who has the physique, that has the 10 out of 10 check, that has the location freedom, time freedom, money freedom, you end up getting all those things because you aligned with the trajectory of where you actually had to be. It is literally as simple as that, and so many young men don't understand this. So if you truly want to take it to the top, guys, this is where I would start, by pausing, reflecting, thinking, What's holding me back? If I want to hit, you know, high velocity here, if I want to take off, really run it to the top, what do I now need to do? And as I said, simplicity, sophistication, simple skills, fancy feels. It's about removal. Success loves speed, but you can't have speed without subtraction, so remove all this shit from your life. Let go of what does not serve you and submit to the process of self-volunteered pain and fucking suffering through doing the work in which you know you now need to do. The only work that you knew you ever needed to do. So the more you expose yourself to that, guess what happens? The strength, the self-worth, the confidence, the self-esteem, everything starts to grow, to develop, to change for the better. So guys, if you're sick of being mediocre, if you're sick of settling for average, guys, let's get you winning, let's get you working. Link in the description below. We can chat, we can jam. Do you know what? I'm not even going to do a call to action. Just follow me on Instagram, see what we're about. Daily Habits, Lewis McFarlane Coaching. If you like what you see, you can chat. You can literally chat to me one-to-one on that. I handle all of my inbox. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Destroy average, become undeniable. Bye.